Yeah, so this is my first sold-out show here in Boulder, Colorado, which is kind of crazy. This is only my third time here in Colorado, so it's been amazing. This is like one of the coolest places to play. I always have a good time on here. There was a good 4 years of my life that I was pretty broke and could barely eat, but those are those moments where you're like, okay, like this really is like what I love to do, regardless of the money that I'm making or whether I'm successful or not. And you know, you have to go through those times, or else you can't just like, okay, I have a laptop, I have Ableton, I have some plugins, okay, I'm gonna be a superstar DJ. Like that doesn't work like that. Like you have to, I don't know, you have to go through some stuff. Been playing guitar since I was 16. I've just always been into music. I used to like record songs off of the radio with like a cassette tape, for those that know what cassette tapes are. So I've just always been drawn to like emotional, I don't know, music that like you can feel. So that's kind of, I'm trying to bring that to dance music and make it more about the emotion and about the soul and not just about the crazy drop or, you know, whatever. So I love teaching and just showing people, you know, kind of alternative education, because like I went to school for audio engineering and like I paid a lot of money to go there, and they didn't teach Ableton there. I got a lot of stuff out of it, but I had to learn what I do now completely separately from like kind of what I learned there. So any way that I can give back to the people that want to learn. One day in the summer of last year, the night before, I drank way too much alcohol and I was really hungover, and I had a lesson the next day and it went okay. I came home and I felt like crap, and I got on SoundCloud on my account, and Skrillex had sent me a message, and he was like, oh hey, I really like your stuff, like, you know, keep sending me stuff. And I was just like, okay. And like I didn't really say much in the message back. I was just like, okay, here's my music, like, you know, I was just like kind of giving it to him, just like letting that be what it is. And then, you know, we kind of kept conversing back through emails, and then I met some of the other Owlsville people, and they're like, hey, do you want to do an EP? And I finished the EP, sent it to them and everything was good. It's been a crazy journey. Man, it was crazy because like before the EP, well actually it was after the EP was done, but before we were feeling out remixes, like Grizz and I were kind of talking back and forth, and I told him I had an EP coming out, and he was like, oh, well, let me do a remix. I'm like, well, yes, of course. And he totally killed it. And then Candyland, of course, they sent me their remix in like 2 days, like after me giving them the stems, and it's like one of the best remixes on the EP, so it's crazy. And then K-Theory did like 3 remixes. They remixed the entire EP, and I still can't believe that, because they did that in like 2 weeks. That's crazy. And Grammatic too. Grammatic did a remix, and that is the most random thing like in the world, because I'm such a big fan of his. Like I've been on this music for so long. And like he hit me up on Twitter when I was on the Big Gigantic tour, and he's like, oh, by the way, like Sonny sent me the stems, you know, he's like, I have a remix for you. I'm like, what? And I heard it, and it blew my mind. It still blows my mind. Like, I can't believe it. It's nice to get out of your zone or out of your comfort zone, regardless of how you make music. Like, it's nice to just sit at a piano and come up with an idea and do it that way, or sit down with a guitar and come up with it that way. Or maybe you find a sample or some vocal hook that like inspires you to do something. So, I mean, to be honest, I don't think it matters how you make the music or what you're using, what you're doing. It's the end result. And it's like, if other people connect with it, if other people feel it, if it hits them in the heart, like then that's all that matters. All right, cool. Well, I'll see you guys later.